Just a moment, let the YouTube thing starts. Just a moment. So now everything looks perfect, and sorry for a little delay in starting, and I welcome you all in the 5th edition of this webinar series. And every time the first few things are repetitive in the sense that because every time we get some new participant. Uh, so as I told in the last 4 sessions also in the beginning, that the genesis of this program was from the fact that after this class 12 result, JEE results, etc. come, many people were calling us that whether chemical engineering will be better than electrical, whether AI will take jobs, should I do computer science? So when these queries were coming from parents who know us, but friend, or their kids, and then also many people are coming for who have done BTech in our place and who wants to do MTech or MS outside India, and they are coming with programs like MS in quantum computing, MS in quantum technology. But all these applications were from for outside, and in India also means all the people who are discussing about BTech program, nobody was asking about BTech quantum computing or what kind of quantum technology related courses they can do while they are doing BTech or BSc. So I feel that there is a gap in the awareness. The parents and students are still not aware that there are opportunities in quantum technology. You can do MTech and get a job in industry or in academia. You can do a BTech in whatever subject you want, computer science, electronics, and along with that, you can do a minor degree. So then we started with the first seminar and we showed that there are minor degree program introduced by AICT and one has to do 18 extra credit. And to support that, now AICT has started that many undergraduate labs have been supported in many places all over India. So there will be facilities where every semester you can do a extra course, say for 6 semesters, and get this extra 18 credit. And minor degree is offered by multiple institutes. Then we mentioned about BTech quantum computing, which is now started by IIT Mandi, and DTU has also proposed it. So, Venkata, if you are saying something, you are muted. Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, but it looks like Venkata is saying something, but I cannot hear him. Okay, so let's continue and still we come to that. He stopped. Yeah. So then we mentioned about the BTech programs, minor degree, and we also mentioned that there are different institutes who are offering MTech program. So including, we are offering MTech in quantum computing, MTech in quantum technology in JIIT. IIT Jodhpur is offering MTech in quantum technology, and Professor Subhashish Banerjee spoke in one of this webinar series and told about their program. Then IISc is offering a MTech in quantum technology, and Professor Baladitya Shuri one day introduced about it. For IIT Mandi's BTech program, Jaskaran Singh told us about the activities in IIT Mandi, and they mentioned that there were MTech by research in quantum technology and also minor degree. So more or less all the institutes who represent and who are offering courses, there are somebody from them and they told about these degrees where the students go. And as an example, we invited people like Karthike from CDAC or Hitesh from CDAC who have finished their MSc at JIIT and immediately they got job in CDAC and they also shared what they do. And there are some senior people from CDAC like Dr. Anindita Banerjee and Henry spoke about the vacancies, opportunities in CDAC, what kind of things they do. But continuing with that, the carry-on message is there are many challenging problems and it's a truly interdisciplinary field. So there are things to be done by applied mathematics people. There are things to be done by physics people, electronics engineer, and of course, you have many questions. So the most appropriate person to address these questions is our special guest today, and he is L. Venkata Subramaniam. He is CEO of Qbit Force, a new company, and he was former head of IBM Quantum India. And not only that, so these are formally which you can see in LinkedIn. So apart from that, I would like to note that all the courses which I am saying, that MTech in quantum technology or minor degree, when we designed this syllabus in AICT, so you have already heard from Professor Baladitya Shuri that Venkata Subramaniam was also part of that things, and all these programs have the inputs from industry, what industry needs the courses to be taught in that way, and you can directly listen from him, interact with him, that whether really there are opportunities, what kind of opportunities are there, how to be prepared, and whether it makes sense to do minor degree or MTech or BTech in this area, and whatever questions come in your mind. So the sequence will be like this. First, Dr. L. Venkata Subramanian will tell something in his way, that what are the opportunities where industry is looking for. And then we can interact and take questions. Whatever questions comes in your mind, you can ask him. So now I would like to request my colleague, Dr. Sandeep Misra, to formally introduce today's guest, and then we'll move over to his talk, followed by questions. So over to Sandeep.
Thank you, Professor Pathak. So let me introduce the guest. So Dr. L. Venkat Subramaniam is a leading Indian researcher, innovator, and entrepreneur in the field of quantum computing. He is currently the Chief Executive Officer of Qbit Force, a startup focused on developing indigenous superconducting quantum computing hardware and open access quantum infrastructure in India. Previously, he served as head of IBM Quantum India, where he led IBM's quantum computing strategy, research collaborations, and ecosystem development across academia, industry, and government. Dr. Subramaniam earned his PhD in electronics from Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, and MS in electrical engineering from Washington University. He spent nearly 27 years at IBM Research India, contributing to quantum computing, artificial intelligence, machine learning, while also holding the distinction of IBM Master Inventor. A prolific researcher and inventor, Dr. Subramaniam has been granted more than 35 patents. He is also the author of the book Quantum Nation, which promotes awareness of India's quantum technology ecosystem. So now the stage is yours, Professor Subramaniam.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure, sir, Anirban sir, Sandeep sir. It's an honor for me to be here. And I know, you told a lot of things about me, but the kind of work that you are doing, the MTech program you have started is a big game changer for our country. And I'm really proud that, faculty like you are thinking about this future for our country. Okay, so with that, I will tell you about some of the opportunities. Let me start sharing my slide. Oh, I have to request. Please allow me to share. Yeah, you need to give me permission. Okay, I got it. Are you able to see my screen? Okay,
yes, it can be seen. And now it's full screen proper.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, yes, so good afternoon again. And I am here to talk about, building that quantum future, which is what you all are doing. And today I'm in Avantipura in Kashmir. Okay, I'm right here in the beautiful Kashmir Valley. And I'll tell you some exciting opportunities which are even emerging right here in Avantipura and Srinagar and the whole Kashmir Valley. Okay. So what we are seeing now is an amazing emergence of beautiful talent and entrepreneurship, both happening at the same time. And I think that is what is special, and how we are going to utilize this is all we are going to be talking about today. And I think each one of you here who is in this talk has a big opportunity and a big responsibility to change the world. Okay, that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be changing the world, whether it's in hardware, software, and everything else. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing. So yesterday I came to Srinagar, and I've been meeting this startup here, Chinar Quantum AI, and 60 people already in this startup, and they are doing amazing things from Hamiltonian simulation, PQC, reservoir computing, and applying it to areas like electric batteries, like optimization in finance, all beautiful applications. And they're also working with universities across India. For example, Christ University in Bangalore, another university in Kerala. What we are observing now is this whole coming together of our country to actually build some very amazing kind of technologies, and going on to sort of build companies which are going to be the leaders in the future. And that's what it is. So in my introduction, you came to know I used to be the head of IBM Quantum. And then in October last year, I left IBM and I started a quantum startup. And then I realized that there is so much, that already people are doing, and so much translation of technology is happening. The National Quantum Mission, RDI, many things are happening. And so I'll just give you a glimpse of that now as we go forward. Okay, I will not go into this because you have already been much more advanced. But the thing to see is that for the first time in the history of computing, computing has branched. There are two types of computers. One is your computer which you use, which you have all been using until now, your laptop, your mobile phone, the GPUs out there, all of them binary, zeros and ones. The fundamental unit of information is zeros and ones. But in quantum, as you have learned over the last few days, it goes beyond binary. There are special phenomena like superposition, entanglement, and the qubit has all these special properties which take it beyond just that binary world. And so for the first time in the history of computing, the new kind of computer, the quantum computer, is no longer an extension of the existing computers. It's a entirely new kind of computer. Okay. It's an entirely, completely new kind of computer. And the courses that you are now, for example, the master's course at Jaypee Institute of Technology, many of the IITs, ISC, is now getting into this realm to give you a flavor of what this new kind of computing. And this is not just computing, it involves communication, it involves sensing, it also involves new kinds of materials, superconducting materials which have quantum mechanical properties. Okay, so all of that, and that's this new world that we are looking at. And why is it so important? We all know little molecules like caffeine. Can you simulate a molecule? Well, you cannot. Today, it requires 10 to the power 48 bits, which is 1/10 the total number of atoms on Earth. So you cannot simulate molecules like caffeine or medicines. Medicines today, what do? You take two test tubes, medicine in one, disease in another, you pour, you see, oh, it's working. Then you take it to mice, you take it to dog, you take it to monkey, then you take it to human. That's what you do. And 10 years goes by. Why are you doing that? Because you cannot simulate molecules. You don't know how that molecule is going to behave. You don't know the steady state configuration of that molecule. You don't know whether it's stable. Is it going to work inside the body of the mice, the monkey, the dog, the human? None of that. You don't know any of that. And hence, it takes us 10 years. But quantum, 160 logical qubits is enough for you to do simulation of caffeine molecule. And hence, something which is completely out of reach becomes under reach. And that's the power of quantum, right? So, another example, all your encryption. Today, what is encryption? You take two large prime numbers, you multiply them, and then say that, I have a large prime, a large number, and now I cannot factorize it. Prime factorization will take me billions of years on the best supercomputer. 2048-bit integer, I don't know, 6 billion years. Okay, 6 billion years. And so we say, okay, we are going to use prime factorization for our encryption. But sure, in the year 1994, showed that prime factorization can be easily done. 6 billion years can be reduced to a few hours on a quantum computer. And hence, from that day onwards, we have now looked at new techniques to do factorization, whether it is quantum key distribution, not factorization, for doing encryption, whether it's quantum key distribution, post-quantum cryptography. And many governments, including the Indian government, is saying that by the year 2029, 2030, India needs to be quantum safe. And do you know what is that opportunity? That opportunity is a 4 lakh crore opportunity. 4 lakh crore. Are you going to be those people who are going to build those companies which will take that money, or are we going to have foreign companies come to India and take that money from us? It is very important that each one of you is enabled, is given that, you feel that confidence that you can build that company which is going to take a part of that 4 lakh crore that India alone is going to spend in going from today's RSA and all those encryption schemes to quantum safe encryption. And that journey has already begun. RBI constituted a committee to take the whole financial sector in India to the quantum safe. So thousands of jobs, and those of you who are willing to go that extra mile and stop looking for a job and say that, no, I'm not looking for a job, I will build this technology, I'll build a company. You can build one of the largest companies in the world just doing encryption in the post-quantum era. That's it. And the year 2029, you're by the time you finish your master's, let's say you enter this year, 2 years from now, that journey would have begun. Okay, that journey to go post-quantum cryptography, quantum safe, would have already begun. This is your time. This is that time to build it and make it happen. Okay, that's the time. AI, we all know what is AI. AI is what? Learning from examples. As a baby, your mother said, Billy, beta, Billy. And then the next Billy came, you said, Mama, Billy, Mama, Hathi, all those things. 2 examples were enough for you. 1 example sometimes. But AI, for that same Billy, needs 10,000 Billies. And so all the LLMs, all the models we are building for images, speech, all that, every time you build an LLM, you have to build a power station on the other side. So Earth today will get filled up with power stations if we go on this route where we build the current AI. And that's where quantum comes in. Quantum is a more natural way for you to represent data, build models, build the models, and then do the inferencing on top of it. And hence, in areas like molecular simulation, encryption, AI, all these are areas with lots and lots of opportunities for you. Lots of opportunities. Okay, lots of them. And right now, this is getting monetized. So sir in the introduction said, I began a startup. My startup is already making revenues. already. Quantum is not far away. It is right here, right now. If you build the right technology, people are willing to buy it. The National Quantum Mission is spending 6,000 crores. And if you can build some of those technologies, whether it is single photon detectors, whether it is HEMT amplifiers, whether it is cryocoolers, whatever, if you can build that, that 6,000 crores is part of that is yours. You can take it. We don't have to spend this money to go and buy from abroad. Just like I said, the 6,000 crores, can we build the startups which build the technology where you can go and pick up the 6,000 crores? Can you build that PQC, QKD, all those startups, which takes a share of that 4 lakh crore rupees that India is going to spend in the next 5 years to go from current encryption techniques, implementations which you have in your Wi-Fi, in your website, in your banking, whatever, all of that. Are we going to spend that money? Are you going to take a part of it, or are you going to not take a part of it and give it to some other foreign companies? That question is all yours. So the opportunity is right there in front of you. Today's quantum computing is at its infancy, but this is the time for you to enter. You might have heard Sundar Pichai say, where AI was 5 years ago, that's where quantum is today. Well, are you going to be that I don't know what company was it that made ChatGPT? Okay, so that company, are you going to be that company, or what are you going to be? Okay, so there is a new paradigm of computing. I told you a new kind of computer has come into the picture, which is entirely different from any other computer which we had until now. It doesn't work on zeros and ones. The whole technology is different. The way you build your qubits, the processors, everything is different. It is not an extension of the current computers. And this new computer can solve some very important problems. Like I said, drug design, like new electric batteries, new kind of biodegradable plastics. All of this is something which this quantum computer can build, can solve. And are you going to be that person who is going to build this is the big question. And the future, of course, is, even your phone, you pick up your phone, you start using an app. Do you care whether that is running on your phone, or is it running on a server sitting in New Delhi or Bangalore or New York, or is it running on an HPC, or is it running on an AI, or what? You don't care. So that whole orchestration of all the jobs is going to be seamless across HPC, AI, quantum, your CPU, GPU, QPU, basically. All that is already happening. The software for that is being written. In the year 1970, PCs were already there, but who was using PCs? The big scientists were using PCs, until a young man called Bill Gates came and said, I can build a normal OS which will allow the grandmother, the grandchild, the little baby, everyone. And today, look at that phone. Everybody can use it because that OS sitting on top makes it so simple. Where are quantum computers today? Who can use quantum computers? The physicists, the great computer scientists, all of them. Is that a scalable model? No. You have to build an operating system for this quantum computer, which is going to take that quantum and take it out of the lab where only the physicists and the great computer scientists can use it, to the point where my mother can use it, my daughter can use it. A person who knows nothing about quantum, who doesn't even know where it's running, that person doesn't care. You don't care whether your chat GPT is running on a server in Bangalore or Mumbai or Belgaum or Melbourne or wherever it is. And that's the era of quantum. And that era, somebody has to build it. The question is that you? That's the big question. And that's why today I'm sitting in Avantipur, in Srinagar, in Kashmir Valley, and This beautiful startup, 60 people, bigger than any other startup in India. 60, I don't know which other startup has 60. Maybe Upay, I don't know. Okay, maybe Qno, 2, 3. But that is the power now. This quantum, you can sit anywhere you like. You can sit in the beautiful valley of Kashmir. You can sit in the quantum valley of Amaravati. You can sit in uh, Noida, wherever you like, and you can build this future technology and you can actually make money out of it. As I said, I started 6-month-old startup mine. We are making money already. We are not, we don't have to wait for any VC or this guy or that guy to come and give us the money. But I'm not saying you don't take VC money, take it. But whatever. All I'm saying is if you have the idea today, there is an opportunity waiting for you. There are VCs in Bangalore, $1 billion fund just for India, just for deep tech, just for quantum. It's right there. The RDI fund, the government is saying you bring whatever 10 crore, 20 crore, 50 crore, 100 crore, we will match it for you. The same amount we will also put for you. The National Quantum Mission, the startups, rolling call, any time of the year, any time of the day, month, hour, whatever you like, put a proposal. Within a month, they get back to you with either the money or comments saying that no, this needs to be revised in this fashion. So what I'm saying is today, India is one of the top 5 economies of the world. We are no longer a poor country. If you have the idea, we have the money for you. Okay, please get in touch. We will find the money, but come with a good idea. That's what you have to do. So quantum today is across everywhere. So sir mentioned in National Quantum Mission, all the 43 institutions. Where are those institutions? Yes. So 43 institutions across India, including JIIT, they are looking to hire people. My startup, we are looking to hire people, and sometimes we don't find those people. We are we are actually hiring from Europe, we are hiring from US, we are hiring non-Indians also. Because we have to build that company of the future out of India, out of here. So we don't care where the talent comes from, but we have to build. Now the question is, after you do this masters, are you going to be that talent which everyone can pick up? That's the big question. Okay. Uh, Today, every state, you just have to say quantum, and that state will happily roll out the red carpet for you and welcome you, saying, please come, please start a quantum startup. We will give you land, we'll give you funding, we'll give you whatever you need. In Amravati Quantum Valley, for example, they have given free space. Just come, sit there, plug and play. Free electricity, free water. And Amravati, I can tell you, you can get a beautiful house for just 10,000 rupees. The rents are low, everything is low. Okay. And the government is giving you free things. Karnataka, same thing. Q City, they're building. Today I'm in Kashmir too. I've been to UP, many states, everywhere there is a thrust on quantum. And quantum, please remember this. You are an AI person, you are a semiconductor, you're a cyber security, you're a space person, you are a nuclear person. All of these have adjacencies to quantum. The superconducting quantum computer is like a little nuclear plant with the same RF frequencies. The communication, the antenna here, all of those, the RF, the qubit gets controlled using radio frequencies. That's it, simple. Okay, so if you are a communication, so when we built our quantum computers in the open, so after I left IBM, I went to Amravati. The government there said, take free this thing, free that thing. We happily took all of that. And then we built 2 quantum computers, the Amravati 1S and the Amravati 1Q, one in SRM University, the other one in Qbit. We launched it on April 14th, one of the fastest times to build a quantum computer. Uh, We took the help from everybody we could. We went and knocked on doors. Vibhor Singh, Vidya Raghavan, we said, please give us your processors. We went to DRDO, said, please give us your control electronics. We went all over the country and brought different parts. And for the first time in India, we made our own dilution fridge. Okay, our own dilution fridge. Only 2 companies in the world make it. And after we made this dilution fridge, and we put this computer out in the open, because until now, everybody was building a quantum computer was saying, okay, yeah, we built a quantum computer. Please never open it. Go sit in the other room and start using it over the cloud. You can't look at that quantum computer. Please never open it. Don't do that. It's not allowed. That IP is ours. We said the IP belongs to everyone. We will do it together. And that's why we were able to, within, December we formed the company, April we launched. April launch, okay. Within 4 or 5 months, we launched because we worked together. And we worked in the open. And since then, there have been machine shops in the country who have said, I can make this copper plate to the right precision. I can create the vacuum, chambers for you, where you can create the biggest vacuum that you need for your quantum computer. So not only is it the physicists, the computer scientists, but also the welders. Welders, okay, people who weld steel, aluminum, copper, they have also now formed a part of our journey. In Amravati, 4 days back, we had a workshop for MSMEs. Who are those MSMEs? They are the lathes, the CNC machine people, the people who weld motorcycles and weld all that. We are bringing them into this, and tomorrow they will be able to say, I weld motorcycles, but I also make quantum computers. That's the journey we are on, and we want each one of you to join. And we are going to do not only software, we'll do hardware, we'll do everything that is needed. And our goal is to build the largest companies of the quantum era. Today, you look at your mobile phone, 5 countries control the supply chain: China, Taiwan, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, US. Okay, those are the 5. But do you know it is the Indians who wrote all the code? A lot of the design, everything, software, hardware, Indians. But zero, we the Indians control zero. We are invisible in this supply chain. Invisible today. Okay, nobody cares about us. 5 countries control the supply chain of every electronic component. And I hope it hurts you. I hope it hurts you badly, because a lot of that work which went in was from the Indians. The Indians, okay. Now, in the quantum era, we are going to build everything: the control system, the processor, the amplifier, the precision power sources, cryogenic components, the dilution fridge, everything made in India. That's the journey we are on. And there is huge opportunity. I told you, whether it is for jobs, whether it is for education, whether it is for, there are every IIT I go to or every college I go to, they tell me, please, can you point us to 2 people who can join us as faculty? Right now, immediately, if you point us to that person, that lady, that boy, that girl, whatever, you recommend them to us, we will hire them right now. Every university, do you know how many universities there are in India? Thousands. Each one of them is looking for that quantum faculty to set up a quantum lab, to set up, buy equipment. The National Quantum Mission is looking for these components, control systems, processors, everything. Are we going to keep importing that? What are you going to build? You better start building now. Okay, that journey for you starts with your master's, BTech, whatever it is. And as I said, we are hiring people in Amravati, everywhere across the country. Startups are hiring. Here in Kashmir, they are hiring. Chinar Quantum AI is hiring right now, hiring. And they pay very good salaries, better than whatever else, other technologies are paying, better salaries. And as I said, there is going to be a huge opportunity because cybersecurity completely changing. Completely, all your routers, all your whatever Wi-Fi, all the internet, everything is changing. Next 4 years, the world will change. This OS that you see on your mobile phone, where you app ko, you put your finger on it and do things. You think that that OS is going to last for the next 3 years? No. AI is here. The new apps are going to be new, very different. Your operating system is not going to look as this operating system which you see on your laptop and on your mobile phone. And you better be the person who's changing it. I hope you're thinking about that future which you are going to bring. You are going to bring that future. And you better not allow anybody else. And people keep talking about talent. I will tell you, talent. I was in IBM till October 31st last year. The usage of the IBM quantum computers, one of the highest out of India. The talent is sitting right here in India. It is this talent which is getting invited across the world, whichever country it is, whichever company it is. It is you that people are after. It is you. This talent is the talent that the world wants. And it is this talent which we let go in the 80s, 90s, and all. And now they are CEOs of the biggest companies in the world: Microsoft, Google, IBM, all of them. But the next round is going to be the CEOs sitting right here in India. You are going to be sitting here, and you are going to be the CEO of that biggest company in the world. Okay. And that talent is already here. We've been doing it for the past 60 years. That talent has been produced right here. Father of Pentium, father of fiber optics, father of this, this antenna which sits in every device. All of them are Indians, all Indians. But they could not find that opportunity in India because we were a poor country that time. We could not support our young people with money. But today, please remember, you are sitting inside one of the top 5 economies of the world, fastest growing big economy. And that's only going to accelerate as each one of you enters the economy and starts contributing. You are going to change that India. You're going to change that world for everybody. You're going to do good for everyone. So please remember that. And some of you, I know many people today talk about packages, salary, this. No, that's okay. I mean, that's fine. Go look for jobs if that's what you want. But there's a bigger glory, bigger need, bigger thing that India needs, which is you building technology, taking it to the world. Okay, so thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. I'm really grateful you gave me this opportunity. It's nice to be connected with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And already there are some questions in this was really exciting, and you successfully shared all our excitements. Means we shared this excitement among ourselves, but now we are trying to share with the younger people. And there are a couple of questions in the chat room. So first have a look, and then we can ask them to unmute and ask also.
Okay, I will look at the chat now. Good afternoon. I'm very curious about how this quantum computer works. From where can I learn it? Are Bhaiya, you're like sitting with Anirban sir here, which I don't know which university you come from. But today there are so many free courses. You go online, you will find Anirban Pathak sir's lectures out there. Okay. There is no excuse not to learn quantum. 2020, I was zero. I didn't know the Q of quantum. Then I went and looked at lectures of teachers like Anirban Pathak sir and many others. There are a lot of free lectures on YouTube. Just go and learn. That's how I learned my quantum. But yeah, we will give you the steps also later. Okay, later we'll give you the steps. There are some good resources you can use. I'm an MSc physics student. Can you please tell me what skills I have to build to join Qbit Force? So our people in Qbit Force are people from mechanical engineering, cryogenic engineering, people from physics, people from computer science. I think anybody is welcome there. Okay. But you need to be a hands-on builder, okay? Because what are we doing there? We are we are building the full computer, building the cooling systems. If you're a physics person, then you need to help us control the qubit, for example. You need to help us build the Josephson junction, for example. You need to help us build the, the resonators which control these, okay? So you know it, we get thousands of applications. We put out job things there, and honestly I feel really sad letting go of so much talent, because honestly we can hire everyone, but the thing we look for in them is somebody who has gone beyond their books, somebody who has gone beyond their grades, somebody who has actually sat down and built something, whether it is, if it is in software, you better have worked on open source like LinkedIn, uh, 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 like anything, like it could be Python. I'm not saying build applications using Python. I'm saying build Python as the open source person who's building Python, as the person who is building Qiskit, not using Qiskit, but building Qiskit, open source contributor to Qiskit, Linux, anything, pick anything that you like, become that world-class contributor who is building open source software. If you're building hardware, you better have worked in the lab and built things, done real experiments. Those are the kind of people. So physics people, experimentalists, theorists, whatever you are, but having built something. Please don't come saying I scored 99.999 and I did my course and all that. No, we want you to have built something. How quantum upgrades AI? That requires less training. Okay. See, so I'll tell you fraud detection. Okay, fraud detection in banking, let us say. So in banking, you have multiple people, accounts, for example. How do you know which account is a fraud account? Or credit card transaction? How do you know that that credit card is stolen and now a thief is using it and you are not using it? So to be able to do that, you have to build these AI models, okay? But these AI models are built. So for example, credit card, you would use the network, where you are spending in the past, how you are spending, and that's huge amount of data, huge amount of features. And what you do here is you have to use your classical and quantum together. So AI plus quantum coming together, seeing that in your AI, for example, if the boundaries for your classification are hard using the classical AI, is quantum giving me any benefit? Am I able to build my model using lesser data if I use quantum there? So those are the kind of things you have to think about using AI and quantum. And that's why I said AI, cybersecurity, semiconductor, nuclear, space, all of these are adjacent technologies. You start doing quantum, you realize that you are good at those things also. If you are good at those things and you start doing quantum, you realize that you can do better AI. You realize you can do better semiconductor. So whatever you are doing, bring a little bit of quantum into you and it will make you a better person. Okay, sorry. I'm very curious about quantum. Okay, that I already said. From India perspective, is there opportunity also in solution software programming, quantum AI, or prime? No, no, everywhere. Software, hardware. India already, we have so many developers. That operating system I told you about, can you build that operating system? Can you? Okay, that software. Can you build that control system to control the qubits? Software, that's software. Okay. Can you be that person who uses the 120 qubits of the IBM today and shows that you can simulate certain molecules which nobody else has done? They're all big opportunities for you, but you need to push on the boundaries. I see many children just working on 5 qubit, 7 qubit, 10 qubit. No, what is the point? I can use 5 qubits and simulate on my laptop. Why do I need a quantum computer for 5 qubits? 10 years ago, yes, I can believe it. You can use 5 qubit problems. But today, please look at bigger problems. Think big. Yes, you can do a lot of software. You can combine AI, you can combine cloud, you can combine, that whole orchestration I talked about, QPU, GPU, CPU. Nobody is doing it. You be that person. There is so much to do. You have to do it. Bosons. Yeah. How China upgraded its quantum ecosystem. Yeah, I mean, see, we have to learn, but we have to do it also. We cannot keep talking, China did it, that fellow did it, US did it, I don't know who else did it. But now we have to do it. Who's going to do it? You are going to do it. Okay. So let us learn from them, definitely. But we now have to go into that phase where we build things. Anybody who built something, whether it is Ambani's, Adani's, Tata, China, I don't know who else built any, did something good. They all built something. They all built something with their hands. They built something. And remember, AI is here. If you are thinking that you will sit in front of a laptop and start coding and you will be able to, I left IBM after 27 years. Yes, those 27 years I spent in front of a laptop. But the next 27 years, if any of you is thinking that you will sit in front of a laptop and that will be your career, I'm sorry, that's not a career anymore. Okay, there's no more careers like that. So even if you're doing software, you better be aligned with problem solving. Go solve some problem, whether it's climate, whether it's weather, whether it's traffic, whether it is controlling a quantum qubit, any of those real problems. Please solve real problems. That's the era we are entering, because AI is here. AI has created a level playing field. I never learned drawing, but I can make beautiful pictures now. Okay, you might not have learned physics, but you can, build things in physics. That 1% unicorn is not far away. It's going to happen very soon. Okay, so does quantum industry take students? Yes, we take. I met a guy in Chandigarh, and that fellow, amazing guy. Okay, he's maybe 21 now. Okay, he has worked in Zomato, somewhere else. And the badge he wears? He introduces himself as a dropout. Dropout. That's what, you don't care which thing he dropped out of. When he says, I'm a dropout, but look, I've built this. Sam Altman, what did he study? Dropped out after third year. So, BTech, MTech, PhD, yes, if you need it, do it. But even in PhD, there is an exam called the comprehensive exam. In that exam, do you know what they ask? What you studied in first year, second year, third year. That's it. Done. Finished. So by the time you reach your third year, you have already learned enough. You can go and build, but if you cannot build, please, I'm not saying don't do PhD. We need a lot of PhDs because that brings a lot of structure into our thinking. I did a PhD. Many people I know, good people I know, did PhD. But what I'm trying to tell you is, don't let your degree be the barrier to anything. There are no boundaries. Boundaries are set by ourselves. You and I set our own boundaries. I set a boundary saying I need a salary, I need to work there 27 years. Once I broke through that boundary, now I'm limitless. I can do whatever I want. I can do what you are all, you don't need to spend 3 decades understanding that. Maybe you'll realize it after 5 years. So do that. Is classical OS like Windows are a way to do the same for? Yeah, I mean, similar. Yes, yes, yes. The OS sits on, it's the closest to the hardware layer, right? You need to, the OS connects the hardware to the, user, the software person, or the app user on your phone. Everybody is not a phone programmer. Okay, there is my mother who just uses WhatsApp and uses YouTube or whatever else, right? So that is the OS we are talking about. And that OS is, I'm telling you, this OS you see today is not the OS of tomorrow. 3 years from now, give maximum 3 years, this OS is gone, finished. But the question is, are you thinking about that new OS, the AI driven OS? That's what you have to be thinking about. Okay, so thank you. How can we? Arey, bhaiya, Quantum Qbit Force, we are always in search of good people. There are ads always out. There is an email ID, but please bear with us. We get thousands of applications. We need you to differentiate yourself. You need to be a builder. And if you don't get a job, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Your
Please.
voice is occasionally becoming lower.
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm closer now. And yes, so yes, Qubit Force, we are always looking for people, and we are also looking to support people, because we know we cannot make everything inside there in the quantum computer. There are at least 100 components. We have already enabled at least 5 other startups to build, and we are buying from them. We are buying components from them. We bought the processor from ISC and ITIFR. We paid money to buy everything that we are buying from others, the power supplies from Sugam and his cute electronic startups. We are paying money, good money to, world rates, whatever rate we would pay to a European or a American company. We are paying that to other people here in India and buying from them. So yes, you can join Qubit Force, but you can also start a startup and we will help you build components which you can sell to us and to the rest of the world. Yeah, so thanks a lot. It's been a pleasure. I think we ran out of time also. I have to, sorry, go to another call now. But thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
No,
Anirban.
thank you from our side, and we'll share this record. And I believe that means there are 50 people or so in this meeting, but more students will see it later
Thank
from YouTube or other sources, and they will have idea that why it is challenging, why we. And thanks again for sharing our excitement among the younger
Thank
people.
you.
And
You're
thank
great
you all
work.
for
All
joining.
the best for the MTech program. I'm really excited about that. Looking forward to it, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye.
So we'll stop here, and we'll share the YouTube link with you also and with the new people means, and all the participants. If you feel that somebody else is also interested who could not join your friends, you can share the YouTube
Sir,
link with them.
one
Thank you.
thing, if sir can share the resources which he learned, he shared the resources like Coursera and all that.